Hi everyone, welcome back to Discover and Learn, and I am your communications coach or an English coach. When we are a beginner in English, one question which haunts us is how to practice English speaking. What all things we should include to practice English speaking or to learn this language. What should be my study routine like? How much time should I give to English speaking or this language or learning this language? Right, or learning English. So these are a few questions as a beginner we do have in our minds before even starting to learn this language. So today in this session I'm going to tell you a small shortcut on how to learn this language or how to start practicing English speaking so that you get results. So the results are very important. We all have targets. We all want to achieve our target on time. So if you start practicing in this way, if you start learning this language, if you start practicing English in this way, definitely you'll be able to achieve your target on time of speaking English fluently and confidently. But you have to follow all these methods which I am going to tell you. And especially as a beginner, start following this method. This is actually going to help you. So guys, if you're interested in such content, do subscribe my channel, like and share my videos, write your comments in the comment section, and do not forget to press the notification icon so that you get all my videos on time, free of cost, and access to all the amazing content on this channel. Now let's begin with the topic. So answering all your questions like what should be my routine, what should I include in my practice sessions, how much time I should dedicate, etc., etc. I am going to just sum it up into one method, which is a 3-step method, which I'm going to tell you in detail, which will help you with all these problems, which will help you to figure out all your problems with a solution. Now, what is this 3-step method? The 3-step method is reading, listening, and speaking. Trust me on this, by listening to it, it will sound very easy, right? Reading means you have to read, listening means you have to listen, and practice speaking means you have to speak. But it's not just that. I'm going to tell you how you can come up with a routine, how you can schedule things, and what should you include in these specific areas so as to achieve your target of speaking English fluently and confidently on time. So are you there with me? Let's try this out. Now coming to the first step is reading. If you're a beginner or whoever you are, at this point of time also I read a lot. I love reading. And reading is not just limited to reading books or newspapers. There are lots of things on your mobile or over internet which you can read, right? So there are lots of articles, there are lots of news, there are lots of information which is available on internet also, related to your studies, related to your technology, related to your interest, related to your curiosity, or whatever you want to gain knowledge about. So there are lots of things which are available on internet which you can read. Take up an article and start reading. That is the first thing you have to do. You can read a book if you want, you can read news if you want, you can read any article related to health, wellness, travel, history, geography, etc. Article related to your hobby, right? So there are lots of things you can read. Now here what you have to take care of is you have to dedicate every day at least not less than 15 to 20 minutes for reading. And while you are reading, you have to follow certain things. Like the first one is you have to read out loud. When you're reading something, you have to read out loud and clearly. You have to pronounce each word. You have to focus on each and every word, and you have to read it out loud. So this will help you in many ways. Reading out loud helps you to understand the word, understand the pronunciation, understand how it is spoken, and it will register in your brain as well. It will help you in your mouth brain movement as well. Okay, so you have to read out loud. The second thing is you have to make sure whatever piece of information you are reading is something you are interested in knowing about. Whether it is your technology or the field you are in, you want to know, there are lots of white papers, articles, blogs available on internet which we all love to read, right? Related to our career, our field, or probably our interest. Okay, so take those out. Start reading those things which you are interested in. Why I'm saying this is this will help you to build your understanding with the language as well, or it will help you with your bonding with the language, because you are interested in knowing about something and you are reading that in English. So if at all you will not be interested, you will still read that, because that is something which you want to gain information about. You know it is going to help you, and it's going to help you in two ways. One, you will be able to understand English, and the other thing is you will be able to gain knowledge on that subject or about that topic. Okay, so read out loud and take up any piece of information which you are interested in knowing, and read that. Now, while reading, what you have to take care of is vocabulary. If you come across any word which you don't know the meaning, note down that word, whatever is convenient for you, but make sure you know what it means. Okay, and try to use that word in your own sentence, to practice or to memorize or to keep it in your memory. So you have to use it in your own sentences also. So this is a practice session which you have to include while reading. Okay, so in this way you learn vocabulary, phrases and idioms. So these things also you have to make sure you understand. If it is there, note down, understand its meaning and use it in your own sentences. Okay, so this is reading. Now coming to the next one is listening, or step number 2 is listening. Now there is a difference between reading and listening. It's the same thing, right? You are listening to something and you're reading something, right? Probably you're reading a news and then you are listening to the news as well. So there is a difference where while you are reading, you are able to focus more on the words and grammar and the sentence construction. But while listening, you're only focused on what the other person is saying, basically picking up the information. So it is very different. So that is why listening is also important. At the same time, reading is also very important. So while listening, what you have to do is you have to be an active listener. You have to focus on what the other person is saying so that you don't miss out on any word or any information. Right? So generally what we do while listening is we listen to somebody, but then we draw some conclusion what the other person is trying to say. We understand what it is, right? So basically we sift the information from there. So that is why while listening, you have to focus on what the other person is saying. Focus on every single word. Focus on every single sentence. Okay, again the same thing, you have to make sure that if you don't know any word, you have to know its meaning, use it in your own sentences. You can even practice shadowing with the person as well. Pause the video, listen to one sentence, pause the video and shadow with that person, so as to gain fluency, or so as to understand how the language is spoken, right? The tone, the intonation, the rhythm, everything you have to copy, so that next time when you're talking in English, when you're using a sentence, you know how to speak that sentence. If it is a question sentence, if you're expressing grief, if you're expressing excitement, so there are lots of ways, you have to use your facial expressions, you have to use your tone to express that situation or that sentence, right? So you should know. How will you know? Just by shadowing. So you have to be an active listener. You have to focus on what each and every word, what the person is saying, each and every sentence, what it means, and you have to start practicing shadowing also. Okay, and this will help you, or this is one step ahead of reading. It will also help you to start speaking the language. Okay, And here also you have to focus on sentences, how the sentences are spoken and how people talk about things, right? Any information you are listening to about a topic which is related to your hobby, like music or dance or anything else. So you should know how that person is talking about it, how the person has started speaking about the topic, what is the content, and how the person has ended the topic. So you have to understand that, how to start, how to end, and what should be the content. That you have to focus on while listening. Okay, in the same way, you can do this in reading also. Okay, now the last one is speaking, which is very important. So listening is something where you started speaking also. You started shadowing with the person. So here what you can do is, I'm just going to tell you the shortcut or the shortest possible way you can start speaking. So when you're reading something, when you have understood all the words and you have understood the meaning and you have understood the context and you have understood what the information it is trying to give you, so you have understood everything, you have read it nicely. Now what you do is take out 2 to 3 minutes to recall everything what you have read. Okay, once you recall everything, at the same time what you can do is you can take a paper and pen or your laptop or your mobile, wherever you want to jot down the ideas. So you can jot down the ideas what is trying to give, what all information that article has. Okay, the main ideas, the main points what you have understood. Jot down those points. And then the last thing you have to do is switch on your video camera, stand in front of the mirror, take your copy with you or the piece of paper and start talking about it. Okay, you can start talking about what you have read. The main points which you have jotted down will help you to remember the ideas or remember the content. So it is going to help you, assist you in speaking. So take one point, start speaking about it. Talk about the second one, third one. In this way, you will be able to summarize the whole thing which you have read. And this is the best way you can start practicing English speaking as a beginner as well. In the same way, when you're listening to something, again, take out 2-3 minutes and recall everything what you have listened. Okay. And then jot down your ideas. What were the main ideas of the video or the audio you have heard? And what did you understand? What do you think is important, was important there, or the highlight of the video or the audio you have heard or watched? And start speaking. Switch on your video camera, or stand in front of the mirror and start talking about it. Looking at the points. Start talking about it. So basically you are concluding or summarizing what you have heard or what you have listened to or what you have read. Take any movie, take any series, whatever you are interested in, right? Start summarizing those. You watched a movie yesterday night. You watch a series every day on Amazon or Netflix. Try to summarize the episodes what you have watched. This is the best way you can start speaking in English. Try it and you'll see a lot of difference in 30 days. Start doing this for 30 days and you'll see a lot of difference. This is my guarantee. So 15 to 20 minutes of reading practice, 15 to 20 minutes of listening practice, or listening you can probably, if you want to watch a movie, you can take 1.5 to 2 hours to watch a movie also. That is absolutely fine, but you have to practice the other things what I've spoken about. You have to focus on each and every word. You have to focus on vocabulary, phrases, idioms, sentences, the idea, and then start shadowing also. Sometimes you can start shadowing also along with the person, and then start summarizing. Start talking about it. You can choose if you want to talk about it in 4 to 5 sentences or 10 sentences or 20 or 25 sentences. It's all upon you, right? The more you speak, the better you'll get at it. So take these things and start speaking. 15 to 20 minutes of reading, 15 to 20 minutes of speaking practice. And listening, you can dedicate how much time you want. Maybe half an hour if you want to dedicate. So every day it's like 1 hour you have to dedicate to this practice. Every day 1 hour dedicate to this and you will see a lot of difference in 30 days. It works like magic, guys. Take these 3 steps very seriously and you'll see a lot of difference. So guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in my next session. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, keep watching and keep exploring. See you. Bye-bye. Take care.